start. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even go into like welcome or anything. We're
Yeah,
just.
I'm going to do that. Are you ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Welcome to Amateur Hour. I'm Cody Courts here with. Say your name now.
Troy Maddox.
Perfect. All right. So we're here now at we're on to week 6 of the season, which
Week
will be this
6.
This Sunday. So we're halfway done. So we'll go over week 4 and week 5. Kind of talk about the notable games and skip over a little bit the games that were not notable.
Yeah, we've had a few not notable games.
Oh yeah.
Last week was pretty much not notable, week 5. But we'll get to that.
But by the way, we're coming to you recorded from Buffalo Wild Wings Bar and Emporium.
It's very loud in here for some reason, louder than it normally is.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know who's playing over the speaker.
Well, it's a lot of pop music.
Is that Nipsey Hussle playing?
It's Nipsey
Or
Russell.
Nipsey Russell.
Nipsey Russell.
Everyone, look up Nipsey Russell. He's even better.
It's odd that they brought up Nipsey Russell's death lately. He died in 2005. I don't know why that's all of a sudden a big deal.
He was in the movie Wildcats.
Yeah.
Look it up.
This podcast is for you, Nipsey Russell, wherever you are.
Yeah, we're pouring one out for you right now.
All right. So, let's see. Week 4, which was on the 24th day of March 2019.
The year of our Lord.
4-9 boys taking on the Storm. The 4-9 boys won that game 28-12. It was actually close for a little bit.
I thought that was a good game for that. Yeah, that day was pretty good. I mean, the Storm held them down. They had a few stops, but the 4-9 boys proved that they are just the better team at that point of time right there.
Yeah. So the second game of the day was the Expendables playing the Valve. The Expendables won that game really easily, 38-0, and the Valve never had a chance.
That's it. Expendables look good right there.
Yeah, they look pretty good. The Valve has no quarterback or defense. So
yes.
At the noontime game, the Herd took on the Showstoppers, and the Showstoppers came away 47-26 with that victory. Showstoppers got up to a big lead at the start of the game and never really let it go.
Up like 21-0 within the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game. It was pretty ugly, but
and they ended up winning by 21 points.
It was never in doubt. That was a pretty easy win for the Showstoppers. That game right there is probably the longest running rivalry in Southeast Texas flag football.
And Jacob Biltz makes a difference.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He even tried to take him out late in the game.
I don't think anyone should take anyone out. I stand by that statement. And in the best game of the day at 2 p.m., Team New Balance took on Salty. And that was a really good game for a very long time, but New Balance ended up winning 15-8, although they tried to give it away at the end.
They did.
When they were up by 7 points with, I think, like a minute left.
And could have just ended the game, run out the clock.
And their quarterback just threw it into the end zone. Salty intercepted it, returned it for, I think, like to the 20 maybe.
Yeah, a long way.
And they had a couple of chances to win it, but New Balance hung on 15-8.
Yeah, Salty, that was their chance to get their first win, and Team New Balance is one of those teams that's, they're better than...
They're up and down.
Yeah, so that was...
They're more experienced.
Yeah, that was a fun game, though. I mean, a good hard-fought win for Team New Balance, and Salty's getting better every week.
So, last week was week 5. In the first game of the day in week 5, New Balance took on 409 boys, and the best game of that day...
It was really the only game that was worth even watching, really.
Yes, New Balance actually came out. They were up by 2 touchdowns in the first half. And 409 boys, though, are really good at scoring fast. They ended up by 1 point at the end of the first half and then kind of stayed on that train for the rest of the game and ended up winning by a touchdown. It was 27-20.
Yeah, they had some good stops there. Just 2 really good football teams. You can tell 409 boys are one of the top 2 teams in the league, and Team New Balance is one of those teams that could be up there, and that was one of those. That's how those games should go, like that. Should be close.
So I think the person who made a real difference in the 409 boys game was Chase Boudreaux. I thought, when they needed to change the pace, I think JC got hurt for a second, who was playing quarterback, and Chase went in at quarterback and scored. I think he was a big difference maker in that game.
Yeah, and JR rushing that's hard to stop him. He's so fast, getting to the quarterback. He got a few sacks there, the game-winning sack actually at the very end of the game,
He sure
end of the
did,
game.
yeah.
So
if he could just rush to the field to be there at the time of the game starts.
he was he was a little late.
So, all right, and the next game was the Herd playing the Valve. The Herd won 32-6, and bright spot in that game. The Valve did get to score, so
Yeah.
that gave them a little bright spot, but that wasn't really a very competitive game.
No, and coming from my point of view, I feel like as a member of the Herd, we should have won by more. But whatever, 32-6 win is still a pretty big victory. I mean, but I always want to win by more. I feel like we could be better than it. But whatever, it's a big win for us. Got us back in the win column, back above 500.
That's right. So the 1 p.m. game was the Showstoppers playing the Storm. That I wasn't there for, but I assume it was ugly.
It's 56-0. That should tell you how it went.
Okay, so the Showstoppers won 56-0.
I think the Storm got sacked half of their plays. It was
too bad.
It's pretty bad.
The 2 p.m. game, the last game of the day for last week, was GV&G's 42, the Expendables 6. So what happened with that one?
GV&G won 42-6. No,
The Expendables are getting better.
I know. I just at that.
I don't think there's a huge talent, a big talent gap on those two teams.
It looked
really.
like it in that game, though.
Oh,
it really did. It was
so.
just a team that was hitting. They were running on all cylinders against a team that was just trying to turn the motor over. Never got it going.
Just trying to turn the motor over. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
They got the wrong brand of gas in their car and couldn't make it.
All right, so now we'll go over the standings through week 5. So at the halfway mark, here's what we have. We're looking at number 10, Prestige Worldwide, because they have 2 forfeits because they can't seem to show up to the effing field.
Plus they're 0-5.
And they're 0-5. Number 9, you have the Valve at 1-4. The one win was a forfeited win against Prestige Worldwide. Not a forfeited win, the weird win-loss.
They got to win without winning.
They're 1-4, and they have 207.5 points scored against them. I know that people are thinking 0.5. Just trust me, it's complicated, but it works out.
We make it even more complicated, so don't worry about it.
So number 8 is Salty, also at 1-4. Their win was another forfeit win. And at number 7 is the Storm at 1-4. They actually did defeat Salty. So that is why
That's why they're the 7 seed.
Yes.
1 spot out of the playoffs.
Number 6, funny enough, is the Herd at 3-2.
Look at that.
With a winning record. And number 5 is the Expendables because of points against at 3-2. Number 4 are Team New Balance, and that's because they defeated the Expendables head-to-head and they had fewer points scored against them. Number 3 is the 409 Boys at 4-1. Number 2 is GV&G at 4-1. The reason they rank higher than 409 Boys is because they have fewer points scored against them.
Not that they have fewer points. They have a quarter
it's
fewer
88.75 to 89.
Basically, they're tied.
Yeah. And at number 1, the at some point defending champion, Showstoppers.
Well, they have one. It's been a while since they won a championship.
They're not defending, but
No.
they were champions at some point.
A long time ago, yes.
But
They've only given up 35 points.
They're number 1 at 5-0, and they've given up 35 points in the year.
And we scored 27 of those 35 points.
We sure did. So if you take out the Herd game, I think my math is wrong.
It is because they gave up 19 points to the 409 Boys.
Yeah, I'll correct
this
that.
math. Yeah,
that's my bad. I'll fix it.
This is the guy running the league, folks. You can
Sorry,
tell.
guys.
You can tell he's got one foot out the door. You can tell.
My bad, guys. Glad we caught that.
I think we need to probably go through all these again.
You can go through them.
Points. Points against matter, and right now the numbers do not match up.
I'll tell you what. If you want to go through them, you go through them at your leisure. But I will fix the 409 Boys. I'm sorry, the Showstoppers points. I don't know how you're
26 and 19. That's what they've given up.
Okay. Well, what's 26 plus 19?
26 and 19 is 107.
What's 26 plus 19?
26 plus 19 is, what, 45?
26 plus 19 is 45. So I was 10 off.
Yes.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's not like
It's when
just-
every point matters. When we're at a point, one of them has a .75. Every point matters.
I'm so done with all this.
This segment has derailed quickly.
All right. Do you have anything else on this? I'll
No,
fix it.
I'm excited for Week 6. It's going to be a rainy, wet Week 6.
The old wet, slippery Week 6.
409 boys will be playing Prestige Worldwide. Maybe
they show up.
If they show up, GV&G will be going head-to-head against the Valve. The Herd will be taking on the Storm.
In the Storm.
That may be game of the week right there. That's going to be a good one.
That would be a good
the
one.
Expendables will be playing Salty. That'll be a good game, too, I think.
I think that will be a good game. Salty's getting much better.
And then Showstoppers and Team New Balance. It's going to be a good one, too. Those last 3 games are going to be really good.
The last 3 games are something to watch. I think New Balance could show up and beat anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the thing is that team is so up and down, you never know.
Salty's really close to getting a win, getting a real signature win.
This could be it.
We'll see. All right, well, we have another segment for you, so stick around after the arbitrary music.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hang on.
No,
Well, you
I
got
just
more.
wanted to say shout out to Brandon Giacomo, who's sitting right behind us, a flag football alumnus.
Yes, he is behind us
He is.
and in front of me.
He's enjoying his meal with his family and friends.
Yeah. Is there anybody else we know here?
Probably. There are probably some of your coworkers here.
Yeah, well, we'll leave them alone. All right. Next segment, we'll talk about stuff that annoys us.
Yes.
Bye.
Needed to do this song. Yeah, I'm a nerd. It's a big secret, but I'm a nerd. And I love these books. If you watch it on HBO and think you know what's going on, I appreciate that. The people who waited 5 years for Dance, this one's for you. Check it. Yo. On the real, your boy is a hip-hop player, but for this joint here, I play the role of King Slayer. See, toe-to-toe, blow for blow, we can fight, G. But word to Jamie, there are no other men like me. This industry is in a roughed-up state. Cats front so tough, you call the bluff, they fake. And we all know it too, we just love to pretend. Use my tongue as a sword, slice it with the pointy end. And friends can turn to enemies in an eye blink. My click together firm like a master's chain link. We got skills, and yes, we're so ill. Our brotherhood was formed underneath the hollow hill. For real, shit's so sad, it's almost funny. Y'all niggas little fingers steady chasing after money. Dummies, I do it for the love like Stark and sit alone with my honor in a dungeon in the dark. In this Game of Thrones, it's eye for eye. There is no middle ground, you either win or die. You gotta watch your cats who watch your back. You can get hit quick, man, and that's a fact. Politics and bedfellows, what's real, who's fake? The surprise in your eyes when your man goes snake. It can happen to your fam or you all alone. We go big, we go home and play this Game of Thrones. Lots of fake shit. Nowadays the realm is a snake pit. No gravity, you weightless, not a chance to escape it. I take shit from no man. And never
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So
That's my favorite thing is welcoming back people.
yeah, we should just have a segment where we just welcome people back, like if nothing
all right.
else.
See you next
All right,
segment.
guys. Next week. See you then. So special shout out to Mallory Braniff, the newest fan of SETX FFL. She's been a wonderful waitress here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
And she has been a fan for all of about 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
she's probably our best fan.
She might get fan of the year.
Fan of the year.
All right,
Check
so-
her. She has a YouTube channel at Mallory Braniff. Check it out,
Yes, do that.
along with ours, please.
Well,
please.
mainly ours.
Yeah, but-
I don't want to take away subscribers to hers, but
Yes,
you know,
but it sounds like she does. She does things that like
yeah.
we would enjoy. It sounds like, but I don't know.
I'm not real sure.
I
But
don't. Either. But she said they were stupid, so stupid is good.
I do like stupid.
We're all about stupid and medium.
Well, in this medium segment, we are going to discuss, since Troy and I are making our grand exit from the flag football leadership stage, we're going to kind of maybe have a little series these last few amateur hours while we're still president and vice president, where we maybe voice a few concerns and, I don't know, annoyances that we have with things that happen. So right now we're going to do our top 10 biggest pet peeves of running the Flag Football League. Thank you, Mallory. All right. So at number 10, and Troy may disagree with the order of these, but I think he agrees with
I
the
agree
general.
with the sentiments of all of them. The number, I don't care. I can talk about them anyway.
All right. So Troy, number 10. we have asking about whether or not we're playing when it's raining or asking the time of your game.
Yes, and that's probably going to come into effect this week because we are supposed to have some heavy rains this weekend. So go on with your comments, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, like, every week I post stuff constantly talking about the games, what time they are. I text people a reminder to play. Do you really think I would avoid telling you that the thing is canceled? I mean,
we're pretty interactive from many ways. You can get us many ways.
Yeah, and as far as where the schedule is located, it's on the website where you signed up for the league.
Yes.
I don't just leave it alone. It's not like you're talking to the guy who runs Tough. I update my stuff.
Yes,
It's always updated.
And on Facebook, which everybody is on that, you just click on you have a link there. Click on it.
All right, so that's number 10. Number 9, booming your music at the field at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
Well, 8 a.m. We hadn't really had 8 a.m. lately.
Well, not
I know
lately,
what you mean.
but
I get what you're saying.
It's been 8 a.m. before.
Yeah.
But let's say, all right, look, we're at a middle school field. Is it really necessary for you to listen to Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P., as loud as it goes on your stereo right in front of a trailer park? Is that really a necessary thing?
I would love for people to be coming in blaring Nipsey Russell, though, at 8 a.m.
No.
That would be great.
If you blare Nipsey Russell, I'll be happy.
Yes.
But Nipsey Hussle at 10 a.m. on a Sunday is just a little obnoxious.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I know you want to get pumped up for your games, but, hey, they have earbuds.
Everybody's got them.
Just wear a pair of earbuds. I don't want to listen to your music. I'm mostly listening to the news and podcasts about past presidents from the 1800s because I'm a nerd. So turn your music down and quit annoying me. Next.
Good. There you go.
All right, number 8. When people don't have uniforms,
Oh.
or at least matching
Just
shirts.
a matching color.
That has become such a problem that we have made a rule that if you don't have matching colored shirts, you forfeit the game. Why do certain folk want it to be more and more like backyard football? I mean,
Which looks terrible.
yeah, and then people want to play without shirts. And I've told them before, you can play without shirts as long as you all don't wear a shirt and you have a number painted on you.
Yeah, or if you just want to go live in that trailer park across the street, because I'm sure most of those people are not wearing shirts all Sunday.
No, yeah, if you don't want to wear shirts, go walk through the trailer park instead of playing flag football. Not that living in a trailer park is bad. It's just that it's bad. All right. At number 7, complaining to me about the referees.
Oh, God.
If you want to go see bad referees, go down to Legacy Christian School or where that place is on Sunday afternoon and watch those guys ref. We fired one of them because he was so horrible. And Sean and Jacoby and Walt and the other board members are the very best flag football referees you're going to find. Just get over it. Your team flag guarded. You were wrong, and the ref was right.
Here's the one thing I'm going to say about reffing. I'm going to just use the NFL as the example because those NFL referees, there are 9 of them on the field. They each get paid a lot of money to do it, and they miss more calls than you can imagine.
Yeah, just look at the Saints game, the NFC Championship. Yeah. The biggest Saints game of the year.
And they are not held to any accountable standards.
Right. So
don't bitch about our referees.
Right. They do a really good job. They keep the game in control. Do they miss calls? Sure, but do you drop passes? Yes. So every now and then people aren't perfect.
Yeah.
Get over it.
If they miss a flag guard or a bull rush or a blocker using his arms, it's going to happen. We could call penalties on every play for something. You don't want that. Play the game and move on to the next play.
My favorite thing is when the referees do throw a flag and people are still outraged.
Oh, yeah, or they see a penalty happens and the flag is being pulled out of the pocket and people are freaking out that the flag is not already on the ground and the penalties are not already marked off. It's crazy.
Well, you guys do realize that all they can do is throw a penalty flag and penalize the team some yards, right? We don't yet have the authority to guillotine a guy.
Well, we used
for
to.
a bull rush.
But
I know, but they took it away.
That's why we moved to Lumberton.
That damn state. Anyway, all right. What was that? Number 7, number 6. Number 6, saying that Cody Courts is not fair. Now, you listen to me, J.J. Garcia and et al. I brought up my player to be suspended. So if you want to say I'm not fair, see that case.
Yes. And then you have abstained from pretty much every vote that we have done as a board.
That's true. Every vote we've ever done as a board, I've abstained only to be the
final deciding vote if needed. He's never had to be.
Yeah, and I've never even had to be. So if you guys want to say I'm not fair or somehow the referees call stuff for my team, I really want you to examine what you're saying, because I have ratted out my own team more than you'll ever know.
Yes.
And probably caused us to lose games because of it.
There have been 3 people suspended from the league. 2 of them for fighting. They were on one team. The other person was a member of the herd.
Yes. So we make up a full 1/3 of the folk who have been suspended.
So I don't want to hear that we have favoritism or we're unfair towards, especially you saying you're unfair to people when that's definitely not the case.
I take great offense to that, and if anybody wants to talk to me about it, come find me, because I'll lock you in a room and we'll talk until I'm done talking.
Yeah. I can't wait for Walt to have to deal with all these things. Walt's going to have to deal with his own team from now on, and he's going to have to run the stuff.
Oh, it's going to be great.
That's going to be fun. His team whines more than anybody.
Yeah, they do.
Boy,
all right.
God.
Showstoppers, people, JJ Garcia included. I do love you guys, but y'all are kind of whiny.
God, are you?
Except Diltz, he's not whiny. He's consistent, actually. And Walt's not whiny.
There's.
Most of them are not whiny.
There are about 2 or 3 that really whine like they're on the Jack Boys.
But I even like those whiny people. But they are whiny.
Yeah.
All right, number 5. Wish I would have written this in order. People that sign up late. Every single year, you guys, whoever listens to this, seem like you probably have your lives together, so maybe not know. But every year, someone calls me a week before the league is going to start. And they beg and plead and do everything else to get into the league past the deadline. And invariably, those are the teams who don't show up. They do pay their money, but they just don't show up to play.
Yeah.
So
that happened this year with Team Extreme or Exposed or Extramarital or
no,
what was the name of that team?
Flag Football.
No.
Something.
What was their name?
Express.
I was close. I knew it had an X.
And an X in it. Yeah, look, guys, just for your own good, if you don't have enough money before the deadline, you obviously haven't found the guys to pay to play. So come back next year. I mean, it's really for your own good, because I don't like taking people's money if they're not going to get to play.
Yeah.
So if you're struggling with it already, if people are kind of on the fence as to whether to pay $20 to play flag football, you don't have a very dedicated team.
Yeah, like I kind of feel bad for the squad, because they've been in the league since the very beginning, and they were late and they couldn't pay. They even asked them. We said, "Look, it's too late."
They were too late. So that really bothers me. And number 4, leaving trash on the sidelines at the field. I've done many disgusting things in my life, non-flag football related, but I have done the most disgusting things because I started this league. I've picked up dirty diapers.
The cleaning of the toilet.
I've done things in the toilet that you could only imagine in your worst nightmares because someone couldn't quite do things like nature, like toilets intended them to happen.
Exactly.
And that really bothers me. I wake up in cold sweats at night thinking about the horrible things I have to pick up at the field. So, I don't know, maybe help me out a little bit, pick up your garbage.
We have 4 or 5 of us that at the end of the day pick up a bunch of trash. Now, it's gotten better this year. There have been guys, everybody's been doing
better.
It's been better. So, I mean, that's not as big of a complaint this year, but
that does bother me a lot, though, to have to pick up someone else's trash when we have garbage cans out there.
Yeah, on both sides of the field.
They could easily throw them away.
Yeah.
So I would like for people to throw their trash away. I'm kind of like Smokey Bear, but of trash.
But it has been better. I will say it has been better this year.
I always think about that old commercial with the Indian who's crying on the side of the road.
He gets some trash thrown at his feet.
Except me. Like, I'm standing at the flag football field, and some people just got through playing, like, throw a bunch of trash at my feet, and I'm over there weeping.
Well, you're weeping pretty much all day long.
I have rough Sundays. All right, number 2. People that escalate situations, i.e. people that cause fights. it's hard enough to keep things competitive and fun and all together and keep the schedules going. Thank you. To keep everything going the way we want it to go on Sundays without, every now and then a competitive sports activity, it's going to have people get upset with one another. That's understandable. But people that add fuel to the fire really drive me crazy because that's how fights start.
I'm going to not speak on this one because I'm one of those guys that I push it to the limit. I like to get under people's skin, and I like to get on people and yell at them and kind of piss off the other team. So I'm one of these guys you're talking about. So
Well, a wise man once told me that everybody in the whole world carries around with them a theoretical jug of gasoline and a theoretical jug of water everywhere they go. And you have a choice to pour water on a situation and kill it, or pour gasoline on a situation and accelerate it. Troy, you're a bit heavy on the gas. It's okay.
I even carry a match sometimes.
You start it, yeah. You start the situation.
But that's the thing. I will say this. The thing is I know I'm doing it. A lot of people just do it, and they don't realize they're being an
They're
asshole.
just throwing gas everywhere.
I know what I'm doing when I call somebody a name or say something stupid to somebody.
So I'm asking you guys to use your water more and gasoline less.
Do not use me as your barometer.
Yeah. All right, and number one of the top 10 pet peeves that I have and Troy has about flag football, people that don't show up for their games. So no shows. When you sign up to play, I text you personally and say, hey, your game's at this time, this day. I put up the schedule on the website. I remind people on Facebook. I do everything short of driving to your house, kissing you on the forehead at night and reminding you of flag football the next day, and you don't show up to the game.
He only does that to me.
I only do that for Troy. Every Saturday night at 10 p.m., I kiss him right on the forehead and tell him we have a game tomorrow.
And then I get mad because I want to stay up later, and he won't let me stay up later because it's a game day.
It's a game day. And you're going to go to bed, you're going to brush your teeth and read for 30 minutes.
Oh, God.
I
hate all of that.
I tuck you in right before I tuck my son in.
I know. I hate all of that. He gets to stay up later than I do.
I know. Well, he's more dependable.
I don't think that's true at all.
Nope, it's not. I had to remind him the other day to, wipe better.
Well, did you check him to make sure?
No, I'm not sure. He just smelled kind of bad.
Did you take a shower with him?
No.
Or did you make him take a shower?
No, just hey, maybe you need to wipe better
Give him some wet wipes. Just give him some wet wipes.
It was an off-the-cuff comment. I was like, maybe sometimes you need to wipe better or something. But I thought maybe that's why he stinks. But I think he just stinks because he's 12 and his hormones are literally leaking through his shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's
about to start having all kinds of smells. His room is going to start smelling.
When he's at my house right now, I literally smell his emotions. I'm like,
yep.
You smell angry. Maybe you should go to your room for a while.
Maybe. I'm telling you, get him the wet wipes. It makes a difference. Imagine if you got poo on your hand. Would you just take a dry towel and wipe it off and say, all right, that's good?
Me? I'd just wipe it on the grass somewhere.
I'm just saying, as a human, would you ever clean anything with just a dry towel and say, that's clean?
The other day when I was cleaning the bathroom, I just basically wiped my hand on the wall like everybody else does in the bathroom down there at the football field.
I know. that smelled all week long.
But, no, get it. All right. It's got way all weird thing.
Poo. Poo.
So, do you have anything else on our annoyances?
No, I feel like we kind of went in hard on some people there, so.
That's all right.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Take it while you can get it.
Take it while you can get it. That's what she said. All right. Till next week.
Good luck.